How about Mr. Kelly's?
Oh yeah, Kelly's always had the good jazz. London House was a little more square, but they were good. But Kelly's had Kelly's had anything. Kelly's would have they might have Lenny, they might have some great jazz group. They would have almost anything. I don't remember offhand because they had everything. They had everything. It was a grand potpourri. Now, London House would have Oscar Peterson, and like that. I saw Oscar Peterson there many times, and I remember Jack used to say, some guy asked Peterson, say, "What's the matter with you, boy? They playing you by the note?" Because he played so much.
Paying you by the note.
He played so busy.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's funny.
Paying you by the note.
Paying you by the note. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was.
Where did Bird play? I saw Bird many times. I don't know where the heck he was. He was on a stage.
Jack told me.
My date took me there.
Yeah.
I got out of the car and I went and sat down.
Jack told me. Jack, you're obviously your husband of 40 years, great jazz musician here in Chicago, and a very educated man in many ways, and educated a lot of musicians that are, some of which are in the top 10% of players in Chicago these days. Jack said that he saw Bird at this place next to the Chicago Theater that was across the alley from the Chicago Theater.
That was Capitol Show Lounge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever played the Capitol Show Lounge. But Bird played the Capitol Show Lounge?
The story that Jack told was that he was there, and that he came in, and Jack was already there, and he came up and he was right next to him at the bar, and Bird said to the bartender he wanted some gin, and the bartender filled it up like this with gin. He said, "No, fill it up. And he filled it up to the top with gin, like a highball glass, filled to the top with gin. And he drank the whole thing down, straight down.
And then he asked for another one.
And I don't remember if he said he asked for another one, but he was pretty amazed.
He poured it again.
And then he went up on stage and played. And that's what Jack said. But I remember that because I remember having the visual of thinking, that place? Bird played in that place? And it's like, I saw pictures of it, older pictures of the Chicago Theater. When I see older pictures, I look to see that place, to see what was there then, And most of the times it was just like some little restaurant, like a little restaurant or something.
I think Jack had the title mixed up. I can't imagine anybody playing at the Capitol Show Lounge.
Yeah, well, that's what he's...
Well, maybe he did. I know when I saw him, he wasn't downtown. He wasn't downtown. He was someplace else, but it was more like around the McGovern's Liberty Inn.
Oh, a little bit further north there.
More like that
area.
Yeah.
That area changed a lot over the years.
Yeah.
There was some other places like the casino that was on the next block from McGovern's Musical Inn. It was one block south of there. It was called the Casino.
I never heard of that one.
Okay.
Maybe it opened later.
It was there a long time. It was there many years, up until the 50s. And closed in the late 50s, from what I got some great pictures of it. Yeah. Okay. Jack brought me to the London House once. I don't know if you remember that. I was about 12 years old.
Didn't you guys stand up at the bar in the other room?
No, actually we sat down at a table, We were very close to the stage,
Yeah.
and a young guitarist named John Bishop was playing, and he just had an album that came out the year before, or 2 years before that, called Bishop's Whirl. And he was like, kind of like a Kenny Burrell, Wes Montgomery, that kind of style. And Jack just brought me. It was him and me, and we went down there together, and it was real cool. And I loved it, because it was one of our first chances of having our special relationship, whatever that was going to be. So I thought that was really cool of him to do that, and plus it helped to foster my further interest in jazz. I was already kind of interested, and I liked jazz, but I became more interested in jazz after seeing some of that kind of stuff. And then later on we saw Kenny Burrell at the Plugged Nickel.
Right.
And
you had
actually, we had already seen Kenny
the
Burrell,
poster.
The Plugged Nickel. We had already seen Kenny Burrell.
Yeah.
That was like
Plugged
1968,
Nickel, that was
68 or 9.
Yeah, you had him sign it, and you had that big poster for years. And
I had it all the way up until about 5 years ago, about 7 years ago.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, and that's it's one of those things. Things come and go in your life,
Oh,
So yeah.
Well, you can remember it.
Yeah.
Even I remember it.
Yeah, I have a picture of it. The picture somewhere.
Cool.
Okay. There were so many places down there in the especially in the Rush Street area. Do you remember any other joints? I have.
Oh yes. Well, now we haven't gotten off of Rush Street or State Street. Now what we don't want to forget is the Chez Paree.
Well, I have it right here. That was one of my next questions.
Yeah, the Chez Paree was. That was high society. That was really a nightclub. You went upstairs. I guess you took an elevator. I don't remember, but it was on the second floor. Don't know why. And it was a very large room.
Because Mies van der Rohe was on they were on the second floor. Chez Paree was on the third floor.
Oh, that was a different. Mies hadn't done anything yet. No, I'm talking before Mies built that building.
No, he had his headquarters were there.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, in the 30s.
In
the 30s, on the second floor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that's why. Well, anyway, I saw a lot of acts there. It's just like in the movies, the tables all around, dance floor, stage, and the girls came out and high kicked it on the dance floor between acts. And in the meantime, you dance, and there was I saw. Jimmy Durante. Oh, God, he was hysterical. Jimmy Durante was wonderful. And at that time, he was bringing in Sonny. Do you know about Sonny? Good-looking, tall, good-looking, dark-haired fellow. Sang. And that's when Sonny would say funny things, too. Sonny was no chump. And Durante would say, "That's my boy who said that." Are you running out?
Yeah, I just want to. Anything else about the Chez Paree?
The Chez Paree, they had what were called the Chez Paree Adorables. And my father used to laugh about the Chez Paree Adorables. He said the Adorables were probably all about 80 years old, and they could hardly high kick. They had a high kick in order that they wouldn't fall over. Well, they were beautiful young girls. I don't know why he thought they were so bad, but he used to laugh about the Chez Paree Adorables, and that was the chorus line. Now, there's a friend of you and your brother's who was at your brother's memorial, who said that his life traveled right along the same as Lewis's, or you, I don't remember which. I was in a state at that day. And his mother had been a Chez Paree Adorable. Now, if you can figure out who this fellow was, I think
David Zornig or Chuck Zornig.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, the Zornig brothers.
She was also a stripper at the Silver Frolics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You must get a hold of him. Talk to her. She would know everything. Absolutely.
Yeah, she's still around, and we're working on that.
Yes, he said she's still around, and I guess she's still pretty. I'm sure if she was pretty then, she'd be pretty now. You must interview her. She would really have some tales for you. So she was at the Chez, and she was also at the. I was never there, but she was at the top drawer strip club. I think it was downtown. I don't know, but anyway.
The L&L maybe.
No, it was called the Silver Frolics.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, we just said that. Okay.
No, the Silver Frolics. And so you must talk to her because the Silver Frolics was supposedly where the most beautiful girls were, and it was the best show.